Hello, my name is Michael Spicer, and I think rich people are losing their minds. Of course, it's a sweeping statement to say that anyone with money is detached from reality and deeply unhinged. But I'm going to say it anyway, they're absolutely Billy bonkers. Here are some examples of CEO decision-making to kind of prove how awful and soulless they are. Vishal Garg is the founder of Better.com, a company that aimed to make getting a mortgage accessible for everyone. So far, that's not worked out. It's easier to write the complete works of Shakespeare with a lolly than it is to get on the property ladder today. And as mortgage rates increased and the value of his company plummeted, Mr. Garg knew that he had to make some changes. And given that he's a billionaire, he decided to inject some of his own cash into the project. Only kidding, he fired a bunch of people. As well as having no compassion, billionaires also have this strange, ill-found self-belief that they're irreproachable. And this was illustrated succinctly by Mr. Garg inviting 900 people onto a Zoom call and firing them all. What did he think was going to happen there? Did he not realise that some of those people might be a bit miffed? Did he not think that perhaps one person might video that call and send it to every major media outlet in the world? No, because he didn't think that what he was doing was wrong. He thought that it was right for the company. How can he be wrong? He's too rich to be wrong. Furniture company CEO Andy Owen went off the rails during some sort of weird Zoom pep talk that she gave to her employers, who were all worried about the state of their bonuses that year. Ms. Owen was frankly offended that they put themselves first before the future of the company. She barked at them for being far too preoccupied with their bonuses and paying the rent and buying food and, trying to live. And she said that they should be concentrating on hitting company targets first. She then ended the call by saying, "You can visit Pity City, but you can't live there." Incidentally, Ms. Owen took $1.29 million in bonuses in that same year, which is enough to buy a very swanky apartment in shamefully shitty behaviour city. One thing CEOs have in common is that they absolutely cannot wait for the AI revolution to finally obliterate their lazy, unreliable workforce. Sumit Shah, CEO of Dukan, a DIY platform that enables you to set up an e-commerce store using your smartphone or something, proudly boasted on Twitter that he fired 90% of his customer support staff and replaced them with chatbots. Now, I understand why you think chatbots replacing humans in the world of customer support is a good thing, because customer support is quite frankly the most soul-destroying job in the world. But if you're one of those people being laid off and you really needed that job, I think you'd be a little bit annoyed that your CEO was so unbelievably gleeful about you leaving. So, that's it really. So that's it, I'm gone. Yep, absolutely. Normally when you break bad news, you don't smile. Sorry, I'm just so excited. I mean, you leaving really is the beginning for this company. How long is my notice period? Minus 30 minutes? What? Well, we need you to leave as soon as possible. The chatbots have arrived. They're in the next room. Can I just ask, is there not a single part of you that feels remorseful for making thousands of people redundant? Are you saying you like this job? I like being paid. And now I'm not being paid. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't like employing people that are motivated purely by money. So you're worth 8.8 billion. That's different. How is it different? Can we get a chatbot in here to help? Hello, can I help? I'm having trouble justifying sacking 90% of my workforce to this recently sacked man. I see. Every animal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium to its surrounding environment. But you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. There is another organism that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus. He's a bit intense for a chatbot, isn't he? Actually, do you mind sticking around for a sort of transition period whilst we just get to grips with this chat? Absolutely not. Now, of course, it's not just CEOs whose minds are slipping into the moral abyss. Billionaires are the real supervillains of our generation. Actually, that's kind of doing a disservice to supervillains. The problem with supervillains in our culture is that comic books and film franchises always depict them as some kind of evil genius, a mastermind. But supervillains aren't like that in real life. They aren't cold and calculating and scheming and manipulative and Machiavellian. They're just babies. Stupid, self-centered billionaire babies who stumble from one disaster to another, motivated only by their own status, by their own wealth, by their desire to be seen as a way of life rather than a simple, limited human being with thinning hair and wrinkles and stupid leather wristbands. Let's take Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg as examples of why there should not be billionaires in the world. These two have been feuding for years, and this is because they're babies. They're big babies. Musk and Zuckerberg's combined wealth is $357 billion. According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, it would cost around $20 billion to end homelessness in the United States. But that will never be a priority for a billionaire. That will never be as important as firing a rocket into space with your branding on it. Hello, Mr. Zuckerberg. You wanted to see me?
Sean, come in, take a seat. Now, I just wanted to say that although I appreciate all the hard work you've been doing at home, I would like to see you more in the office now.
Which office?
This office.
But this office isn't real. This is in the Metaverse. We're both at home right now with our headsets on.
Yes, but don't you have a home in the Metaverse?
Yes.
And you've been working there, right?
Sometimes. It's a really nice home that I've designed for myself. It's massive. It's a palace. It's got a swimming pool. It's much nicer than my own one-bedroom flat that I'm currently in.
Yeah, well, I'd rather you didn't work from home in your home in the Metaverse.
Why? I'm in my real home right now. That's where I always am. What does it matter where I am in the Metaverse?
I feel like your home in the Metaverse is just so incredible and amazing that it's too distracting. Is there any way you could redesign your home in the Metaverse so that it looked more like your real apartment in real life? That way you'd be more motivated to come to the office in the Metaverse.
You want me to redesign my palace so it looks more like my shitty flat?
Yeah.
All right. Are you all right?
Yeah, sorry, I just jumped into my pool in Hawaii.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I just saw a mouse scurry across my worktop.
Hey, that's a good idea. Make sure your apartment in the Metaverse has mice as well.
Right. Mr. Zuckerberg, I'm starting to wonder what the point of the Metaverse is.
Well, can we get a chatbot in here to explain?
Hello, can I help? Oh God, no, forget it. Comic books often give the supervillain a tragic backstory. More often than not, these characters start off sort of principled and decent, usually committed to some sort of utopian vision for the world. But they're outcasts, they never fit in, and at some point in their lives they experience something that transforms them so that they become the antithesis of what they started out as. That is a supervillain's arc, but it's fiction. The only supervillains in the real world who live among us are the super rich, and they were never principled to begin with. They just wanted to make more money than the other guy. That is their arc, and that's why they're losing their minds. And their outfits are rubbish too. I mean, think about it. We could have Loki with his spectacular horned helmet and green velvet hooded cape, but instead we've got Elon Musk with his stupid fat leather jackets and Mark Zuckerberg with his boring range of nondescript black tops. This is charcoal. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe. And if you're a billionaire who wants to change his ways, then please do leave your bank details in the comments. Goodbye.